Hey everyone, I'm Nathan Slamans, and here with me is Andy Slamans. We are both full-time sellers on Amazon, and a lot of people keep asking us how to get started on Amazon, what it is exactly that we do, and if it's actually a viable way to make money. So we just wanted to create this video to share our story, what it is that we do exactly, and help people get started on Amazon and see how they can actually generate a solid income stream from selling on Amazon. So me personally, I've been selling on Amazon for 2.5 years. I was going to school full time at Michigan State, and I was working part time, and I was still able to sell $250,000 that year on Amazon. So I was a broke college kid working part time and trying to figure, what I could do to make a little bit of extra money. Andy here is actually the one who led me onto Amazon. And at first, I was not sure if selling on Amazon was something that I could actually do. It didn't seem like something that was possible to make extra money. Andy helped lead me onto it. And once I was able to start selling on Amazon while going to school, I was able to sell $250,000, and I was able to generate an income that would far surpassed my part-time work. So basically, with limited hours and going to school, taking tests and everything, I was able to sell on Amazon and generate an income where most jobs that my friends and everyone else at school was doing were paying a limited amount, or a lot of times the jobs that you do at school don't pay anything. This just shows that anyone can make Amazon work, whether you be young, old, a mom, a dad, single, or have a family. The beauty of the Amazon marketplace and e-commerce in general is that anyone can make this work, and it's something that really can generate a full-time income for many people while working part-time hours. So that's my story. I've been doing Amazon. I'm now a full-time seller because after I went to school and I saw what I could do with this, it was something I was passionate about, and it's something that I really see a lot of potential going forward with. And so I'm excited to share my story about this and help other people realize the potential of Amazon. Now, Andy, you have a little bit of a different story, being in the workplace longer than I've been. Tell us how you got started with Amazon, how you were able to generate an income while working a full-time job and really having your hands full.
Sure. Thanks, Nate. I'm excited about creating this video because every day I get messages from people that are continually asking me how I got started selling on Amazon, how you sell on Amazon. So I'm excited that Nate, he wanted to make this video series basically on what selling on Amazon is, how we got started, and basically how anybody that wants to generate, whether it's a part-time income or whether you want to generate a full-time income like Nate and I both do, it's really a great business to start. So I got started on selling on Amazon. I had a friend who was actually a next door neighbor who had been selling books on Amazon for a couple of years. And she was always talking to me about selling on Amazon and the fact that she would purchase books at thrift stores, put them on the Amazon marketplace, and she was buying these books for like $5, $10 a piece, and then she was selling them on Amazon for over $100. Now, when she told me that at the beginning, I used to kind of blow her off like it sounds too good to be true. Just didn't believe it, but it actually was true. She was purchasing textbooks that students, had at college, and they didn't return them to the bookstore. Somehow they would end up in the thrift store, and she was just making crazy margins and crazy ROI on them. So I finally started to follow her. Then I started to help her, and I saw the potential. And so my chosen profession was in the social work field, and my wife and I were house parents for 15 years at a residential boarding school. And so we lived with 12 teenage boys. We thought that we were going to retire from that position. After you do something, and we did it together for 15 years, you just kind of figure like this is going to be the career that we're going to end up in. But I got sidetracked and I started selling on Amazon, again, first just part-time, just to try to get my head off of my full-time job. Working with kids who are at risk, a lot of times it's going to be an emotional experience. And so I was at the point in my career where I felt like I needed to do something else to try to get my head out of the full-time position. And amazingly, as we started to sell on Amazon part-time, the business grew so fast in that first year. Part-time, I did $120,000. And it got to the point where my wife and I had to decide either we were going to have to scale the Amazon business down, or we were going to have to decide to go full-time as Amazon sellers. And so we prayed about it. We're people of faith, and we felt like we were being led to go into Amazon full-time. So that's what we did. May of 2013, we went full-time selling on Amazon. Now, what has blown me away, and it continues to, my sales from the first year to where they are this year have basically doubled. So my first year selling on Amazon full-time, I did $420,000. This year, I'll do over $800,000 in sales. And so that's how I got started. I love the Amazon platform. There is really no sales channel that can come close to the customer reach that Amazon has.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Andy, you having limited business experience, really were able to build a business. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Amazon is, what Fulfilled by Amazon or Amazon FBA is? A lot of people might hear that but not really understand it. How are you, with limited business knowledge and experience, able to really build this business to a level where you sold over $800,000 this year, like you said?
Yeah, sure. So I was an eBay seller early on. I dabbled in it. So I think I became an eBay seller like in 2000. But what I experienced in selling on eBay was the tremendous amount of work of having to ship all the products yourself to the customer who purchased the product from you. So back then, they didn't have UPS pickup either, and so you would have to take your package to the post office. And everyone knows if you go to a post office, there's usually a long line. It was just a real tedious process. And so that was my first experience in e-commerce, which wasn't a very good one. And what changed the game for me, watching my friend sell on Amazon, was her ability to send in 500 books at a time to the Amazon warehouse. And that's what Amazon does. They have a program that's called Fulfillment by Amazon. And so they have warehouses all over the United States that allow you to send in many products at one time, and then they do the actual fulfillment. And so I don't have to ship my items that sell to each customer. So this year I've sold over 20,000 units, and all of those units are shipped by Amazon. So what excites me really about this business as well is I can do it from anywhere in the world. Because of Amazon FBA, I can be traveling, I can be on a beach. My store never closes. It's open 365 days, 24/7. And so my sales are just continually ringing in, and I'm not shipping that to the customer. Amazon is doing it for us.
So with Amazon FBA or Fulfilled by Amazon, it's almost like you have warehouses throughout the country that your product is stored at. And so it's almost like you're able to have a business and workers and a warehouse in a way that you would never be able to on your own from your house or from an apartment or anywhere. But you can be anywhere in the world and have this workforce and this storage done for you. That's basically what allows you to scale to this level, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what it's so funny when people talk to me about what I do. They don't really understand that, because a lot of times customers, when they order on Amazon, they don't understand that actually 46% of the products on Amazon are owned by third-party sellers like Nate and I. And so, but they don't know that because Amazon themselves ship the product to the customer, and then Amazon handles all the customer service. So again, you know, when you think about building a business and all the parts that go into that, Amazon does all that. Amazon handles all the customer service. We don't have to have an 800 number, you know, where the customer calls us. They will call Amazon, and Amazon will handle all that. So basically, only thing that I have to do is source the product, and then ship that product into Amazon. And so, you know, it's exciting. It's really opening up the door, not only for US-based sellers, but for international sellers. And so I have a partner who lives in India, and he sells on Amazon US. And so he ships his product from India that he sources in India direct to the Amazon warehouse. He's just like a U.S. seller. Those sales are continually selling 365 days out of the year. And he lives halfway around the world. Tell me that's not cool.
No, I think that's amazing. What I think Amazon, and specifically Amazon FBA, has even further brought down the barriers of e-commerce and really has allowed, like you're saying, international sellers, people all around the world, to really appeal to the U.S. market and the whole world market through Amazon. And like you're saying, is allowing you to build a business in a way that was never possible just a couple years ago. So I know one of the reasons I like Amazon so much is because I think it's still growing, and I think it allows you to think big. So you can really be like a CEO of your own company. You can build a business in the way that you want to. I know even just your business model and my business model is different. We both sell the same types of products, the same types of things on Amazon, but we have different business models a little bit. We can each, that's what's nice too, the flexibility with Amazon allows you to really sell in the way that you want to, but still reach the same number of customers and market, because so many people use Amazon. I know every single person I know has either heard of Amazon, and most of them shop on Amazon frequently. So that's what's so amazing. So Andy, you've sold over $800,000 this year. Can you kind of give us a look at your account specifically and show us what those numbers look like and what you were able to do year over year after you really cracked down on Amazon and really scaled your business up?
Yeah, so let's look at my Amazon account here. So on the screen, you can see total units that I sold in 2015, 26,507 units. Now, again, this business that I run, it is just me. I have a few high school part-time employees that will help me a little bit. But again, for the majority of part, I do all the work. And so I've been able to fulfill over 26,507 units because of the Amazon system. And again, the FBA started in 2007. So prior to Amazon FBA, there was no e-commerce platform where third-party sellers like you and I could send products in, and then the company themselves would fulfill it. So in 2007, and I know this word is used a lot, the game was changed for third-party sellers like you and I. So because of that, because of the move that they made, I'm able to sell in 2015 by myself 26,507 units, which we can see right next to it there. So far, and I have today left, I sold $817,895 worth of product out of my house. I always wanted to have a home-based business, something that I could run out of my house. I homeschool my two children. That's really what's important to me. The reason I sell on Amazon is it's a lifestyle choice. I wanted to have a profession that I could travel when I wanted to travel, that I could take time to homeschool my two children. That to me was the number one reason of why I chose to sell on Amazon and why I love the Amazon platform.
That's awesome. So you sold $817,000 worth of product this year. I know a question that we get a lot of times is out of those sales, your gross sales there, what was your actual or approximate net profit that you are going to net at the end of this year based on that? Do you have an estimate for us?
Yeah, sure. So out of the 817,000, again, this is mind blowing because I have a bachelor's degree in youth ministry and social work. I often share, I was a social work major. Again, my chosen career was a house parent. That was my bent. I was never a business guy. but I've sold 817,000 thanks to Amazon, and I'll net this year over $200,000. So that when I think about that, I feel extremely fortunate. I feel very blessed. I feel very lucky. But a lot of doctors and a lot of lawyers don't make that kind of money. But I'm able to net over 200,000 from my home because of the Amazon platform.
That's awesome. So we can see your year over year growth here too. You almost doubled from last year. Do you feel like you can continue to scale this up? Is this something you're going to continue to build? I mean, you feel like you've reached your peak, or does FBA really allow you to scale to levels that are beyond this? Do you know people who are selling, more than 800,000? And I know we do.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing. You can really choose. You can pick and choose, like you said. If you want to make this a part-time income, where maybe you just want to generate money to pay for your family vacation, you can do that. And it's not a lot of work. If you want to blow it up, and if you want to sell, if you want to have $10 million in sales, you can do that as well. And so I import products from China and India. And again, the great thing about the Amazon warehouse, I don't have to see the product. And so I can ship my product direct from India or China right into the Amazon warehouse, and I never have to touch or see the product. And so I can send in 10,000 units if I want to. And, the ability to be able to do that, gives you the ability to scale up like a major business, who's doing $10 million a year in sales. Like you and I both know a number of sellers that do those kind of numbers.
Yeah, that's great. And like you said, though, we also both know sellers who are selling less, maybe 100,000, 50,000 here, whatever it is, but they're generating a good income while working maybe only a few hours a week, which is definitely possible as well. But like you're saying, the flexibility is there. You can work as much as you want or as little as you want, but your store is running 24/7, 365 days a year, even if you are at a full-time job, if you're going to school, taking care of your family, or on vacation. That's what's really great, and that's what I've liked about it so far. Thanks for showing us your account actually specifically. I know that helps a lot of people to see a specific look at someone's account and what they're able to do with it. So I think one of the questions that we're getting the most now is basically just how to get started, because I think that was the hardest part for me. I know it took me a little bit after you even told me about Amazon and what you were doing with it and how good of an opportunity it was. It took me even a little bit of time to get into it, and I wish now I would have started sooner, as soon as you told me about it, but I still got into it. And I think people are asking, what do you sell on Amazon? Like what type of products actually, because that can be hard to think or kind of get your mind wrapped around what you actually sell on Amazon, where you find your products. I know you told us a little bit, some of your products you import from other countries, but I know that's not all of your sales. You also find products locally and different sourcing methods, different methods to find products. We both do that. And then also people are asking, is this something that anyone can do? So again, Andy and I are creating this video and our next video and a little series here to help share with people what we sell on Amazon, how we find it, how anyone can sell on Amazon, can make it work, and then how to actually do that. So that's the hard part, how to actually take that step, the initial step, which a lot of people will say is the hardest step, is getting started. So instead of answering this question hundreds of times like we quickly realized we were going to be doing, we decided to make this video, help people understand what it is we do, and have somewhere that we can direct them. To understand this better, Andy and I have a website. It's www.slamazonbros.com. You can see that here right in the video. And check slamazonbros.com out to see the next video in this series that we're doing. We're going to give you examples of what we sell on Amazon, what types of things you do to get started on Amazon, and how really this can help change your life. So I think that's all that we had for today. Andy, anything else you want to add to that?
I'll just add, again, what's amazing about the Amazon platform is the number of customers that are on it. So just in November and December alone, over 2 million U.S. customers signed up for the Amazon Prime membership program. And that's in addition to the current 45 to 50 million Amazon Prime customers. And that's in addition to the 150 million Amazon customers that aren't Prime members. And so basically you are putting your product in front of over 200 million potential customers. And that's what's allowed me, again, to sell over 25,000 units this year alone by myself, and to be able to generate over $800,000 in gross sales. Their reach, they have a greater reach than any e-commerce platform that's out there, and it continues to grow year over year between 20 and 30%. So that's what's exciting about selling on Amazon.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know just being able to have access to that customer base is something we'd never be able to do without Amazon. So yeah, I did what you said there. I echo that, and I feel like going forward, Amazon's going to continue to grow and give us exposure and really do the marketing and the work for us. So Andy, thanks for coming on with me today. We'll see you all at slamazonbros.com and look forward to being able to share our next video with you. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nate.